What's good, y'all? Welcome back. Welcome back. Happy Monday, F1 Monday. Now, listen, Alpine have been not great this season. They've been pretty bad. Obviously, Pierre Gasly, there's been rumors about him potentially leaving. Do you remember they already fired, like, the manager or whatever? So, like, has been the greatest of seasons for Alpine. Obviously, Colapinto, the new incoming rookie, hasn't really been impressive as well. I think he has 0 points alongside Jack Duhan. So, it has not been good. It has not been good for them. Damn. But apparently, I'm like a week or two late. Valtteri Bottas apparently could be join the team in the future, maybe next race. Who knows? But you guys, let me know your guys' thoughts about that. Also, we are to check it out. We have to see what's on. Shout out to Formula News today. All credit goes to him, big time. Without further ado, I guess we just go ahead and just hop straight into it, man. Boys and girls, hope you guys are doing good and amazing as always. Don't forget to like the video, sub as well. Oh, that's a lot of talking. Let's get started.
Valtteri Bottas could be in Formula One sooner than expected, as Alpine has emerged as the leading candidate to sign the 10-time race winner if they decide to move on from Colapinto.
I would not be surprised if they do. Hear me out.
The Argentinian driver is underwhelming in his stint with Alpine so far, and the attitude of the team has been quite clear. We're going to change drivers until we find the right one. So will Bottas be in an F1 car for the remainder of 2025? And if so, how will this affect his planned Cadillac stint
also,
from
like,
2026
Cadillac,
onwards?
right?
There's no other way around it. Alpine are struggling massively to gain performance and score points, as they're now dead last in the Constructors' Championship with just 11 points to their name. To make matters worse, all of them have been scored by one driver, Pierre Gasly, as the second seat's troubles don't tend to stop at all. Even after replacing Jack Doohan with Franco Colapinto, the man who showed a lot of potential in Williams last year, it didn't help the French squad. And Flavio Briatore is not going to sit with his arms crossed and do nothing about this.
I've always felt like for F1 teams to not have like that main number one, like if you look at Mercedes, Russell. If you look at like Red Bull, Verstappen, McLaren, Piastri, and Lando, like if you don't have that number one, that clear number one, you're gonna struggle. Like even Aston Martin, like 2 years ago, remember like Fernando Alonso was like getting all those points, finishing very high. Lance Stroll was being Lance Stroll. But you look at other teams, just like mid, it's like mid drivers, you could say, not that like real number one. You have like support drivers. You are going to struggle.
He's already on the hunt for the next driver who could be paired up with Gasly. Briatore sent a fierce warning to Colapinto that both he and the car need to improve massively if the collaboration is to continue. And when talking about it after the Austria Grand Prix, he said, "Clearly, the car was good enough for Q3, but we are still lacking having two cars up where they should be. Franco was through Q1, but too far to reach Q3, which we need to improve if we are to put ourselves in a more competitive position with both cars." It's not just this hint that we've picked up from Briatore that sends worrying signals to Colapinto's future with the team. The level of performance hasn't met the expectations of Flavio regarding the second seat. I know that nobody expected Colapinto to score points right away, knowing the state in which Alpine found themselves in 2025, but perhaps a performance like the one he executed in Williams last year would have been welcomed, and according to Briatore, it's crucial for the team to understand what's wrong with the car and turn the season around as early as possible. As he stated, "Frankly, this level of performance is increasingly concerning. While yesterday the car was quick and should have been well inside Q3 with two cars, Sundays are a very different story for us. And it is important we understand why this is, especially if we want to turn this season around from this difficult position. We don't have to look that far away to find that driver, Valtteri Bottas. It's very easy to understand. He checks out all of the boxes that Alpine needs. And looking at this from his perspective, this stint cannot do anything bad for his reputation. Yes, he might be a backmarker for the remainder of 2025, but I think he's done enough to prove to Cadillac that he's..."
Where the hell is Zhou Guan Yu? Where is he at? I thought about that. Where is he at now?
Worthy of the position of veteran driver headed into the newly regulated era. So the work with Alpine could only help him in keeping his racing abilities sharp and ready for when 2026 comes along. But is this scenario really that close to happening? This is where things get a little bit complicated. Alpine is definitely not going to want Bottas's services for 2025 solely, especially not now that they're going with Mercedes power units in the new era of technical regulations. So this is going to be a heavy choice for Valtteri, because if he does return to the grid as early as in 2025, it's highly likely that he'll seal his future with Alpine. But is this a good choice for his future? The internal situation in Alpine is far from great, and this is not going to be a problem in Cadillac, considering the potential of the American squad is much bigger than the one of Alpine. As for Bottas, he admitted that talks between his management and Alpine were held not that long ago, which reignites the possibility that Briatore could have done another talk with Wolff regarding the services of his reserve driver. Elaborating further on this, Bottas said, "There probably has been some discussion between me and Alpine. I haven't really been involved, but I do have a management team always working in the background, seeing what's out there. They do have a Mercedes power unit for the future, which I think is a good call. They're on their second driver lineup this year, and I think the next races will show how that goes. Experience can always help." If you look at the overall picture, Alpine has nothing to lose. The team seems lost, and they're in desperate need of a driver who can be in Q3 frequently and fight at least for scrap points. For example, when carnage like the ones in Austria happens and top drivers are taken away from the race, you have a great opportunity to capitalize on it if you're a bit ahead of the others. That's how Sauber got into double points finish, and that's precisely why Alpine needs a driver of Bottas's caliber to capitalize on every opportunity possible.
Shout out to my dog Nico again.
Reports state that Briatore already had talks with Mercedes in order to discuss the availability of Bottas, and although these discussions were just in a preliminary stage, Flavio is considering the services of Valtteri in a serious manner. There's a big if that needs to be answered here. While the general belief is that Bottas will be a part of Cadillac heading into 2026, if he accepts this job with Alpine for the remainder of 2025, he could be considered a vital part of the French team in the new regulations as well. One big reason for that is the switch that the French squad will be making to Mercedes engines and the experience that Bottas has with them. What is Bottas's stance on the entire situation of coming back to the sport? He knows that it's all politics regarding that matter, and unfortunately, he doesn't really have tons of money to pay for his seat.
Hold on, let's talk about this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but haven't we seen drivers got for less? Sargent, De Vries, like, haven't we seen drivers in the last few years get cut for less? Now, if Colapinto's point of view, like, how long do you want to give him until you finally decide to pull the axe on Colapinto? Maybe that's just me. I mean, hey man,
But he does have race-winning experience and has been a part of the Mercedes' golden days from 2017 to 2021, so that comes with its own price as well. Whether or not Alpine would be able to utilize it, I'm not so sure, but Bottas himself knows his value and knows the environment in which he wants to work. Elaborating further on this, the 10-time race winner said, "There are lots of politics in this sport. I don't have tens of millions to pay for a seat. It depends on the team, but I do have some personal partners that could potentially join me. But still, not to the extent of some others. Let's wait and see a few races and see how things go. You never know if something opens up." The wish for Bottas to return to the grid is massive. You can't deny that. He's been making progress behind closed doors to accomplish this goal. But if he is to sign with Alpine, he might see his chances of joining Cadillac plummet all of a sudden. It's a huge risk because with Cadillac, nothing is known yet, whereas with Alpine, you know that you're going to be at the back for a longer period of time. I don't think with the changes of engines, the French squad is just all of a sudden going to be competing at the front or in the midfield, even though the Mercedes power unit will bring a massive boost to their performance. But Cadillac is entering the sport with a lot of investment and enthusiasm, and given the fact that they'll have Ferrari-powered cars on the grid, I don't think you could underestimate them at all. Furthermore, we did see that Alpine has literally been torn apart in the past couple of years, and the fact that they've brought Briatore back speaks volumes about the inconsistency that's present in the hierarchy at the top.
Isn't Briatore the bro who got like, who's now like cheating crap? Ain't that him? Oh, did bro get banned?
It's a huge mess that they're currently into, and if Bottas joins in this mess, the chances of his future being more messed up than fixed are massive. And the downside of his future with Cadillac is also present. If you're the leader of an American team, the last thing you'd want to see from your future driver is negotiating with other teams about a seat. Yes, this is a competitive sport at the end of the day, and it's business as usual, but if you're investing heavily into interest in Bottas, if he's posting videos about a free seat in Cadillac, and all of a sudden it turns out that Alpine is the leader to sign him, what would you do? Luckily for Cadillac, they're not short of options. Let's not forget the availability of Perez, who won 6 races in his career and quite frankly is owed an apology from the F1 world regarding the treatment for his Red Bull stint. The Mexican driver said proudly that Red Bull is definitely regretting letting him go, and now he has the perfect opportunity to prove himself in a new environment. Cadillac's philosophy is clear, a veteran driver and a youngster. But they might take a different route and sign 2 veterans in Perez and Bottas if the Finn is still available on the radar and not snatched away by Flavio Briatore. All of this is keeping us on our toes, but the situation couldn't have been more complicated for Bottas. From a reserve driver to having 2 teams interested in your services, every next move is pivotal for your success. With all of this in mind, which team do you think he should sign with? And more importantly, do you think that Bottas...
I personally... And you guys let me know in the comments down below. I like to see Valtteri wait for Cadillac. Don't join Alpine. Shit's not going well. Let them continue to suffer. But you get a fresh new opportunity with a fresh new team in Cadillac. I think you do join them. Shout for my news today, as always. I'm joining Cadillac. I'm joining Cadillac. Now, Valtteri, it's all on you. I'll wait. Just wait. Just wait, big dog. Just wait. Outside of that, hope you guys did enjoy the video. As always, boys and girls, don't forget to like the video, sub as well. Take care, stay amazing. As always, see you guys soon. Peace.